Hello, dear, and welcome to the Think Talk on YouTube. I am Beatrice, and it's a pleasure to have you here today. As always, it gives me like butterflies to know that we are all here. Thank you to everybody that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please just click on that red button. You won't kill anybody. Yes, it won't kill anybody. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's make this a community where we share just positive things. So this channel is dedicated to self-development, mental state empowerment, and everything just positivity. We talk about everything here, but most of all is about good vibes and trying to empower people to live their best lives. So today I want to send a shout out to my younger brother. My younger brother is Abdul Andrew Hassan Fofana Jr. And I call him J-Boy all the time. So if you know me, you know him. And all of my friends are crushing on him because he's a cute guy. So I'll send this shout out to him because what I'm about to talk about today stemmed out from a conversation we had earlier on today. Just hold on a bit. I don't know what is this. Okay. I have no idea. It's like my eyes are glittery or something. Okay, I think I got it off. Now I can see my eyes. Okay. Don't mind me. We're a family. We share and these things happen. So today I had a conversation with him. I locked my key in the house, so I had to pass through the uni to pick my keys from him. And I saw him like I think he was hungry. He was like, yeah, look at the key. I was in class. You had to call me. I said, I'm sorry, bro. Just give me the key. So he gave me the key, and I came home and just like to make him feel better when he get back home. I had something really nice prepared, and we were sitting and having dinner, and he was telling me about somebody in the uni that just came in, but it's a boy that both of us know. And he said they met around campus, and the boy was like, university is hard. And he says, my brother, I've been here 3 years, and you're just here like yesterday, and you're saying university is hard. It was an intriguing story because it brings me back a lot of memories of how hard it was to go through university. And especially for some of us that I would say we are not born with the silver spoon or the gold spoon. It is the Congofo. It is the Congofo. So there are stratas in the uni. All of us know it. Like you have the private school class, and you have like the ones that can fairly and you have those that just struggle through it. It is a pain to eat. It is a pain to to look good. Everything is like a struggle. But with all of those struggles, you have an anticipation that I am doing this for a cause. I'm doing this because at the end of the day, I know I'm going to come out, on top of my game. I'm going to come out and I'm going to make a life for myself. So that is what brings me to this topic today. This topic today is because I attended my friend's graduation ceremony. Shout out to you, Maria Tuture. BSc honors to one nursing. Yes, that's my friend. She did amazingly well. I'm so proud of her. I attended that graduation. Of course, it has bits and pieces of other unis, other campuses, and I attended the FBC one. Yes, shout out to my cousin also, Victor Usman Fona. He graduated also with an engineering degree. Shout out to you. I'm so proud of you. So there are a lot of people that I know that graduated. I received invitations here and there to just be a part of that celebration, and that was a beautiful thing. Also, my cousin Alita Conte. Alita also graduated University of McKinney Law. Small pikin, small girl. She has done so well. She made me so proud with that degree. So a lot of these people that I know graduated from university. And I know the thinking, because whilst I was going through all of those struggle, I have the thinking that, oh, I'm doing this for a cause, and when I am done, I will have a job, then I will have money, I'll wear all the clothes that I want, I'll have a car, I'll have my own house. All of those dreams, you have them. But sometimes, and just some, not even sometimes, all the times, the things that you anticipated never just pan out, the way you anticipated them. There will be some bits and crevices, around it. You don't have it in the package that you intended it to come out like, So maybe you will say, when I graduate, maybe three months down the line, I should have a job, and maybe 3 months into my job, I should be able to afford an apartment. It does not happen that way. So for all of you that have graduated, I don't have much to say. I have three things that I just come to, to tell you, because expectation is what breeds disappointment. When you expect something that does not happen, you feel disappointed. So the number one thing that I really want you to do, just to guide your mental psyche, is to realign your thoughts. Realign the way you think about finishing school. Now, look at school as being a tool to broaden your horizon and your intellect, not necessarily a tool for you to have a job. Some people never went to school, but they have jobs, right? Some people never went to school, but they are rich, eh? Some people never graduated. In fact, the richest people in the world never, went to any universities. The Bill Gates of this world, the this, the that. They say they did not go to school. They did not go to school like that. They went to school, they can read and write, but not the way that we perceive school. So realign your thinking about what education is. Education is the doorway to civilization, the doorway to make you able to knock on doors, the doorway to lift your confidence, the doorway to make you feel a part of society in such a way that you know that you have the capacity to effect change, not necessarily to have a job. You will learn that later. Maybe now you will say, how can I be educated? And you say it's not for me to have a job. So what is a job? If you can understand what a job is something you do. You trade your time for money. That is a job. You go, you have a salary. You go, you give them your time, you give them your expertise, and then they pay you a salary. Not everybody is going to have a job. So realign your thinking that I am educated not because of this one purpose, this one reason. I am educated for a strata of reasons. So many reasons. That is the reason why even government pours money on education. Because you know what? Education creates some positive externalities. The more educated you have a society, the lesser crime you have, the more development you anticipate, the more human capital, the more innovation, the more growth in technology. Like, there is so much positivity when we educate people. So what I'm saying here is, don't limit what you have gathered in these 4 years, 5 years, 7 years, whatever the case may be, to lead you to only one door, which is, I need a job. I need a white collar or blue collar job. No, that should not be the intention. The intention is to tell yourself that I have the tools that have opened my intellect. I have the tools now that have made me confident. I have the tools to stand anywhere and speak, because I have a voice, because I know something, because I have gathered, information. For you to reaffirm what I'm saying now, I did economics on first degree level. I heard, I don't even remember. I remember all of the modules I did, but one thing I remember is that dy dx, because I did econometrics. I can't even remember. Recently, my friend that we are in class, we work in the same office, so we were just talking, and I asked her, I said, my sister, when have you ever used Pythagoras theorem since you started working in this institution? Not one day. But what Pythagoras theorem did for us, or dy dx did for us, is for us to have a capacity of thinking that is so broad that if you have not gone to school, you don't have that capacity to think the way I think, to process things the way I process things, because I have been trained to pull the elastic of my brain to make sure that I think in a capacity that is better than somebody that have not walked the corridors of a university. So that is why you are educated. So let's take that one away, that, oh, I'm educated because I want a job. No. In a few minutes, I'm going to tell you much more that you can do with this degree or this master's that you have just gotten. Okay. Number 2, it is hard to tell you, but I have to tell you. It is hard to tell you. I feel bad that I'm telling you. It is not everybody that's graduated that will have a job. Okay? So, an addendum to what I just said. And when I tell you now the third point, it will make you think. It is not everybody. Now you've graduated almost in the first quarter of the year. And most institutions that don't have substituted year would have made their budget for employment, for this and that, maybe in December, and then they implement in January. So all of them have something that is fixed. They don't have room like to incorporate new people, expand their budget. And the same could be true for government, except otherwise that, government is much more flexible. But for private institutions, they are very planned. Like, they plan what they want to do when it comes to employment. And also, I think the job market in Sierra Leone is so small, is so tiny. We don't have a well-developed private sector. Government is really trying to do their best to employ people, even if the wages are not good. But they try to make everybody, to just broaden the equity that we are all fighting for. Everybody should have a taste of the national cake via employment. But that also is saturated. And if you think of those factors, that the job market is saturated, and you have graduated in a season where most people have drawn up their budgets and they cannot incorporate you, what that means is that it is not everybody that have graduated that will have a job. Okay? So, because I know the disappointment that is attached to having finished school and having to search for a job, and a job is not forthcoming, and it makes you so disappointed. If you have this information beforehand, that I am not unemployed because I don't have education, or because I don't have connections, or because I don't know, people think, or they have not given me the chance to prove that I can do the job, that is not the reason why you're not employed. You're not employed partly because maybe of those reasons, but to a larger extent it's because we just don't have the jobs. The jobs are not there. The jobs that you think you graduated for are not there. They are not available. We have a limited private sector. If you knock off the banks, you knock off the telecoms and the few mining companies that we have now, we are left with most enterprises. All of the rest that we are left with are enterprises here and there, which don't employ 5 or 6 people. And I saw over 1,000 people. 2,000, I don't even know, because I saw too many people that's graduated. So not all of them can actually, not all of you guys can have a job. That brings me to my third point. My third point will intrigue your mind, will make you think on what you should do with education rather than waiting to have a job. My third point is for you to ask yourself the question, what do I know how to do, rather than what have I learned? Okay? Like I said, I learned Pythagoras theorem. I don't know, that's the only thing I can think about this night. I learned Pythagoras theorem, but that is what I learned. But what do I know to do that is needed now in the job market, in society, in everyday just the everyday life? What do I know? What do you know? Ask yourself that question. I will make a follow-up video on this one to tell you how to prepare yourself for the job market, and how to also amp up yourself. If the jobs are not coming, what else you should do. But before we go to that, ask yourself this question: what do you know how to do? Do you know how to do a good CV? Can you use a computer? Do you know how to manage a project? Because let me tell you now, people are not interested in what you have learned. Nobody is. One of my, I would say, I look at that person as a big sister. She's the elder sister of my friend, but because we used to go to their house, I like relate to her like my elder sister. She did biology in college, and she worked in a bank for the longest of time until I think she left to do her masters, and then she had a job that was aligned to what she studied. Okay, so now what she learned was not relevant when you work. If you did biology and you're working in a bank, it means what you learned is not what you're going to do in the bank. It means what you know how to do. First of all, are you good with figures? Can you operate a computer? What is your emotional intelligence level? How well can you relate with people? What is your PR level? Okay, so if you have not answered this question, now that I have told you that you have not gone to uni and finished uni just for a job, now that I have told you that even if that is your intent, the jobs are not there for everybody. It is just what it is. I cannot sugarcoat it. Now I want you to ask yourself this question: what is it that I know how to do? If you don't have an answer to that, that is the first point of call. Nobody is interested. If you have not done a professional course like being a doctor or something, nobody is interested. They are more interested on what the skills that you have, and skills do not necessarily have to be tangible, like, oh, I am a carpenter, I am a this. They can be technological skills, which is very big, and we'll do another video on that because I don't want this video to be long. So if I should key up from what my brother said today, that university is hard, the universe is harder. But if you understand your space, you understand what is happening in the universe, it becomes easier for you to navigate. It becomes easier for you, to find your way around it. Because if you expect something that does not come to you, then you're disappointed. But if you know the reality of the situation, you don't become disappointed. You are like 2 steps ahead of the game. Okay, the jobs are not there. Now I need to, have the skills that will, put me in a better position, either to work for a job, to work for myself, to help somebody that is doing something, so I just don't dwindle what I have learned, or compress this expansion that has happened to my brain. You understand? So this is how I'm going to end this first video. However, I'm employing all of you to share this video to the thousands and thousands of people that graduated. And again, congratulations to all of you. Welcome to the job market. That one that you used to say, I'm a student, give me lunch. Finish. Finish. We are not giving nobody lunch. We are all graduates now, so everybody should just fight for your head. Fight for your head. That is the zone we are in now. But I'm really, really proud for all of you. I saw really young people doing so well. And in as much as I'm telling you this truth, I am going to tell you a better truth, that if you cue in into that, your life will be much more better. Okay? Thank you. I love you all. Congratulations to all of you. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that button. It won't kill you. Click that button. Subscribe.